You got interested in this whole project?
Well, so I was in prison myself in '93 for bad checks and petty theft. I always say from the age of 16 to 30, I was either in jail on probation or I had a court date looming. And it culminated in going to prison. And I was sentenced to 4 years in prison. And it was in prison that I surrendered to really just sort of my way is not working here, right? It struck me the difference between how smart I thought I was and how nothing I had ever done had worked. And it was in that moment I surrendered. I hit my knees, which I'd done before. And you know, I need a miracle here, and I will do my part. And that's the difference. I got up off my knees and the doors literally flew open. I did 4 months on a 4-year sentence. And that should not have happened. So I immediately got out, got into recovery, started taking meetings into correctional facilities. I had to wait 5 years in order to go into the prison, so that happened a year early. And so I've been down at Pacific doing that for 18 years, clean and sober 25 years. I've been doing this for 10 years on my own. We've recently become a not-for-profit. We have Mr. Andy Van Slyke has gotten involved, which has been a great help. And one of the big lessons that we teach is you must chop the wood before you get the heat. And so that's what we're doing here. We're going to give back before we ask for anything. Obviously, it's a not-for-profit. You're looking for funding. We're going to sow into that and give back first. So we're really not here to be giving away houses. The vision for Constructing Futures is to hire men coming out of prison and teach them construction, but more importantly, life skills. End up in the city rehabbing those blighted areas. There's 500 buildings that St. Louis owns. It's the perfect fit to where you can use ex-offenders, you can hopefully impact the recidivism rate, you can create public housing, you've got public safety in that. We address the opioid epidemic because it's a very recovery-based type thing. So this is our introduction to St. Louis. Here we are, we're ready to go do it.
That's a big goal, to try to clean up a bunch of St. Louis.
Well, we have a big God.
Yeah. So you own a construction company?
I do.
Now, is that it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I've been doing this, like I said, as a contractor. I actually got this idea from going down to New Orleans and helping out with Katrina relief with a church group. What was that, 12, 13 years ago? So you go down as a church group, there's okay, who's a contractor? 3 or 4 guys raise their hand. Okay, you take these 5 bankers, housewives, car salesmen to this address, you're gonna drywall, paint, whatever. And I was teaching people with no skills how to do those things quickly. And that's where the idea began to formulate. I'd already been going to the prison for years. Hey, I can take this as an extension to where when they get out, I can teach them basic construction skills, which would take them from a minimum wage to potentially $10, $12, $14 an hour, which in a lot of cases is the difference between a man going back to that old life.
So. How does it make you feel when you see somebody who's been in prison, probably thinks he has no hope, to learn a skill and do something productive, turn his life around?
Yeah, that one's probably going to get me emotional. I have a guy now who got out 6 years ago, didn't have a driver's license, rode the bus and the Metrolink 2 hours one way. Today, he's driving that brand new Dodge Ram. He's my buddy. We play golf together. Yeah, there's nothing like it. To be able to go to work with purpose, nothing like it.
Yeah, and it seems like such a productive way to do it too, because you're really improving the whole community, the whole town.
It's right there for the taking. It's, this is, what we're doing is not working related to corrections. We have a formula that works. I'm living proof of it. I have other guys that have come through. Again, I've been doing it on my own, so not much funding. Got to keep it small, right? Now we're ready to really do it and do it right.
Have you done many of these in the past?
Well, we gave one away 10 years ago in Kansas City, where I'm from, and this is our second one. So it's been 10 years of me really getting my ducks in a row, really dotting all the I's, crossing all the T's. We have the formula, everything is dialed in and ready to go. Yeah.
And nothing's in it for you other than to be a good guy and help make a difference? Maybe that's
this is what helps me stay clean and sober. And there's nothing better, as I said, than going to work with purpose. It's challenging at times, but when you're in the construction industry, those challenges are there regardless of whether you're doing this or working with secular guys. So,
well, tell me how you got involved in all this.
Well, I had a pastor friend that knew about Rick's presentation about a year ago at a church, and Rick was looking to raise money for his charity. Actually, it wasn't a charity yet. He's only been a 501c for a couple months now, so this is a new road he's going down. And I got time. Prison ministry's always interested me ever since way back when I was 22 or 23 years old. Went through prison as a major league player and talked to guys. But after I was done, kind of ignored that, I think, an inner passion. But I think it was an opportunity for me to give guys, you know, a second chance. I think most people in life want a second chance, but they don't always get the opportunity. And so this is an opportunity for guys who really want a second chance at it. And when you look at what we value in culture, guys coming out of prison isn't on the top priority. So there's a need out there, and what Rick is doing is not an easy road. It's a hard task. It keeps people accountable, but I think in the long run, people need that to really change their life.
Do you do any of the work itself?
I don't do any of the fine motor skills part of the construction. I get a sledgehammer and I tear things down.
Well, you were always a power hitter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I can deconstruct things. I can't construct things.
It's pretty cool, though, that you've lived this life that everyone else just dreams about, and instead of being off in a beach living your life that way, you can give back to other people.
Well, like I said, you know, it could be easy to be me coming out of prison. I mean, it could be easy to be anybody. It's just, I don't think a lot of times you want to wait for that.
Could if you
Yeah,
want.
okay. In a few seconds. I forget we're right in the flight path here in North
Hasn't
County.
been by the airport.
Yeah, yeah.
Go ahead.
That's probably good. Go ahead.
It could easily be you or me that are taking a step out of prison, and now what do? I don't have a car, I don't have a job, I don't have a home to come home to. And so when I look at these guys who have had a lot of things go against them in life, it's just an opportunity for me to be part of something bigger than myself. And I think that's another thing people are looking for in life.
You think you'll do this for a long time now? You
know,
that you're passionate about?
You know, I really don't know. Right now, I still got a lot to learn. Rick's been doing this for over 10 years. But he has a formula now, and what he's looking for is just help to get the word out and raise some money. I've never asked for money in my life except for my employer, so this is going to be something new for me. Everybody's always asking me for money, but now I'm going to have to go out and ask money from people and hopefully see the vision and capture the vision of what's going on. This is an opportunity for St. Louis corporations and companies to be involved in a community in which, in a way, I don't think is being met, and it's a very unique thing.
And you're a guy who's not from here, but have chosen to live here most of your life, so it's pretty neat that you're getting involved.
Well, my
roots.
roots.
A community that's really not where you're from.
My roots are St. Louis. You know, I grew up in upstate New York. You know, I left when I was 18 years old, never went back. My wife and I have raised our kids here. We put our kids through school here. I'm not going anywhere soon. So to have an impact in St. Louis, even if it's, you know, a house or two, it's meaningful for the community. That's the most important thing.
Anything else you want to say? Anything I should ask you about that I didn't? Part of the story that I'm missing? You don't fund it. He does it with
No,
his construction company, right?
Well, here's the thing. For a 501c moving forward, we need to raise money. It's a charitable organization, and you know, he's not going to get rich doing this. Nobody's going to get rich doing this. The only people who are going to get rich, so-called rich, are the guys that have an opportunity to change their life.
Tell me how this all evolved, that you got into this.
I got into this. I was released out of prison and met Rick Ray, and about 6 years ago. And you know, we became buddies, and I came to work for him, constructing futures. And you know, 6 years later, I'm still here.
Did you have any construction skills beforehand?
No previous construction knowledge. Rick kind of taught me the ropes, taught me everything I know today. So.
Wow. So how did that come about, where you go from I don't know what I'm doing to helping to build a house?
Basically just started teaching me the basics of construction, you know, teaching me how to measure correctly, cut correctly, install flooring, drywall, painting, you know, mudding, drywall, pretty much everything there is to do with construction, electrical. So yeah, a lot of construction, pretty much the whole vast construction.
Did you have any other job options besides that?
No, it was hard getting out. Didn't have a lot of options, so Rick kind of took me under his wing and gave me an opportunity. And in 6 years from there, I started from the bottom. When I came in, I was taking the bus. It was hard. Stuff I've never done before. And today my life is so much better. I mean, drive a brand new truck. Make really good money now from where I started. So yeah, it's been great.
You sit in prison, you got a lot of time to think, what's going to happen to me when I get out of here? You couldn't have probably dreamed or imagined that it would come out this well.
No, never thought my life would be this good, this soon. So yeah, a lot to be grateful for. Constructing Futures is really I have a lot to be grateful for Constructing Futures.
And then you see someone get a house out of this. How's that make you feel to know you were part of all that?
Unbelievable feeling to be able to work on a house, donate your time, and give it away at the end. It's really a great, unreal. Never thought I'd be in that situation.
What kind of future plans do you have, or is this it? You found what you want to do?
I think the future plans is to teach more guys, to help more people, guys coming out of prison. That's our main focus. Give them a steady footing. When they're getting released, kind of taking them under our wing. Mentor them, teach them construction skills, and just be there for them.
Well, do you still know guys in there that we think, oh, this guy would have been great? Maybe we could get him, convince him.
I still know some guys that are inside, but hopefully, the guys that are here today, we help people, on a daily basis. So all of our job sites that we have going are, there's always a guy just getting out of prison, that we're teaching them, and showing them the ropes.
Kind of looks like you enjoy this.
Yes.
What was your initial reaction when you heard that they were giving it to you?
I was just very shocked because I was not expecting it at all. Thought I was just coming to basically view a house. I didn't know any of this, and I'm just saying God works in mysterious ways, and He knew what I needed, and He supplied it for me. So I can't be nothing but thankful.
Where have you been living? In somewhere close?
Well, I live in further in Jennings, off of like Wilborn and Theodore, and actually I was renting from there. My lease is actually up. I literally was moving my stuff out the house this morning. So
Where were you going to go?
to my mom's house.
Did she know that?
To my mom's house. So, and I was trying to figure out what I was going to do with my daughter with school, transferring her school and all of that, and I don't even have to worry about it now.
How do you think your young daughter will think about moving into a new house?
I think she would really appreciate it. I think she would. I think she'll really like it.
Well, congratulations. Everybody's very
Thank
happy.
you so much. Thank you.
Nice meeting you.
You too.
Oh, I'm not sure.